Hello and welcome to Last Time On. This is the podcast for people who want to watch all this prestige television, but honestly, who's got fucking time for that?
I know I don't.
I'm Xhafer,
And I am Ben.
and we are here with our finale of Into the Badlands.
Doesn't it feel like we just started?
We did.
Oh, right. That's the whole point of this game.
It is what we are doing here. I was, surprised to see the cliffhanger ending.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Yeah, I tried seeing if there was a synopsis if someone had said what season 4 was going to be.
I mean, we do get a little taste of it.
Yeah. But not the full on.
No.
I couldn't find anything that might be fun to read as we go over predictions.
Yeah. We don't know where it might have gone.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I was excited to finally be able to, start looking up production information and everything, and it seemed like the show kind of got jerked around by AMC, who were just like, you're not as popular as The Walking Dead, you're therefore useless.
Yes.
And found out season 3 aired over the course of a year and a half.
Yeah.
Which is just like, oh, you only do this if you hate a TV show.
Or your Battlestar Galactica. No, still applies. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a bit unfortunate to see that this is our finale, but we do get a wrap-up to most storylines.
Yes.
So let's get into it. We open on the Widow giving Sonny a sword.
Yeah, Stephen Lang's sword.
Yeah, is this the first time we've seen these two characters together?
We know they have interacted.
Yeah.
But we've never seen it.
Yeah.
No, they interact in the pilot.
No, they don't. Oh, yes. Yeah. In the town, they interact for a couple of seconds in the pilot.
When she's like, "Hey, come work for me," and he's like, "No, I'm only the clipper for the Armadillo clan." It's like, haha, no.
Yep, and it's Waldo's sword, whom they can't find.
No, so Stephen Lang, not confirmed dead. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I said they can't find.
Yeah, well, that means he's not disappeared because he's been killed off. He disappeared.
Yeah, they can't find Waldo, Ben.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, elucidating for the people at home, when he disappeared, we're like, oop, is Waldo
Ben,
dead?
I'm making a Where's Waldo joke, and you're shitting all over it.
Sorry.
You didn't need to unzip so hastily there, sir. It was uncouth.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. After this, we see our titular 7 from Seven Strike is One, the name of this episode. Moon, Kanan, Bajie, Sunny, Minerva, Gaius, and Tilda.
Yes, one of these things is not like the others.
And they are greeted by an army of Black Lotus soldiers.
Yes.
Maybe actual Azra, maybe not. Pretty sure no, based off of the things that happened in this episode.
They say that the Black Lotus destroyed Azra.
Yes. But that could also not... That doesn't mean that they're not from Azra also. And it could be metaphorically destroy Azra as well. Yeah. After theme, the Pilgrim turns his 15 dark-gifted soldiers into also missionaries, and most of them let out a bored, begrudging exhale at the thought of missionary. Come on!
I'm sadly shaking my head for those of you at home.
Regardless, they are still untrained, but we get an almost zombie-looking MK.
Oh yeah, he's burned all bad.
And he's going to teach them the secret in 3 sentences.
Yes. He's just like, hey, you don't have to bleed if you, access your pain and sadness. And boom, everybody suddenly can turn on their gift instantly. And it's like, why did they need a whole, kung fu monastery? This is real easy.
Right. It's embarrassingly easy.
I understand, hey, we've got a lot of ground to cover in this episode, but I would have loved to have one guy who's just like, what do you mean by that? It's just think of some really sad stuff. I'm trying. I don't know.
Sonny says some shit to Henry that makes me think he won't make it.
He also gives a significantly worse pep talk to the good guys, who's just like, hey, we're going out tomorrow. Put your affairs in order. We're all gonna die. It's like, that's not a good pep talk, Sonny.
The way he talks to Minerva after this, and the way he talks about the importance of children makes me think Tilda isn't actually her daughter. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and last time on, because if we remember correctly, that renegade that was doing the rebellion also called her mother.
Well, that seems to be consistent among all of her people.
Exactly. So last time on, I have misread their entire relationship. Tilda is not actually Minerva's daughter.
So, biologically not related.
Yes.
Would explain why they don't look anything alike.
Yes.
So, we cut over to the Pilgrim and Cressida.
Mm-hmm.
And Cressida is having second, third, and fourth and fifth thoughts about unleashing a megalomaniacal wannabe god on the world and giving him superpowers.
Job was having second thoughts about the relationship.
I've made a huge mistake.
Yep.
Turns out she may be a horrible person. She's not pro super genocide.
Yeah.
The Pilgrim seems hell-bent on, I can give the gift to anyone, so either you accept it and become one of my soldiers, or we just kill you.
Yeah, not even the middle ground of you're willing to be oppressed.
You're either kung fu blood mage or nothing.
Yep. He says that he's going to empower her with the gift as well, whether or not she wants it.
Yes.
And then we have a montage of our heroes with weapons to commercial.
Yes, we get a suiting up montage, which is always awesome.
That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage.
Always appreciate. We come back to them making their plan. Bajie and Sunny will storm the Pilgrim's Temple with the army, and then the rest are to destroy whatever actually grants the dark gift.
Yes, there seems to be this temple sort of thing
Yeah.
that they can use.
I call it the Death Star control room.
It does have computers and stuff, yeah.
It's even like, it's not the main room where they fire the guns, but it's like the room where when they're hiding as stormtroopers, they hide out in. Like with the red panels and like the computers are the same shape and stuff.
So that's the landing bay control room.
Yes.
Yes.
Somebody played some Star Wars card games.
I did. But I also just know that because I'm a nerd.
Sunny puts Minerva and Gaius as Henry's emergency contact.
Yes.
And Moon goes with Sunny and Bajie so that he can kill Cressida.
Yeah, they're like, so we finally get our 7 heroes together, and Sunny's immediately like, all right, let's split up, gang.
We've been hanging out for 30 seconds.
And that's too much for me. Tilda, Widow, Gaius, and Silver Moon, you guys go blow up the magic base. And Silver Moon's like, but that puts Cressida outside of stabby range.
Not okay.
The only thing I care about is stabby range.
I've got some rebar. And the only
he doesn't have rebar anymore. Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
He has a nice new claw that has a dagger in it.
A throwing thing, too.
Did you also notice that Tilda now has 2 glaives? I was very excited.
Minerva tells Gaius that he's going to be a dad. And they start to kiss before Tilda tells them that they're literally 4 steps away from a pile of gore.
Yeah, like, nobody can smell anything in the Badlands.
Nope. You tune it all out. Years of exposure. Minerva tells Tilda to head back and live her life. And also we find out Tilda is totally gay with Odessa this whole time.
Or at least bi.
Well, yes. The implication being she is in a queer relationship with Odessa. So, over in the Death Star control room, the Pilgrim grants the gift and kills an acolyte who refuses the gift.
Yes.
And then Cressida is saved by the boats, invading their island castle and prepare for battle.
Yeah, we get a convenient, okay, you're next. You dare refuse me? Hey, we're under attack. We'll talk about this later. Sort of thing. And, yeah, that was the sort of, like, convenient timing that worked out really well for Cressida.
It did. Our heroes land in charge, and we cut over to the castle where they open the gates to greet them. And this is where we learn that the Black Lotus destroyed Azra and spared no one. And that makes sense because they hunted Sunny. He had the gift. Sunny's from Azra, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So that's why they wanted Sunny so bad when he was a kid.
And we are set up for a giant kung fu fight in a natural history museum. I was all prepped for somebody to fight up the dinosaur skeleton.
Right.
And the dinosaur skeleton does factor in a little bit, but
Not as much.
Not as much as I'd like.
Before this fight starts, Cressida says that she has loved the Pilgrim as a mother, a woman, and a confessor. Yeah, I'm hoping at least only one of those first two. Yikes. She had a vision of the Pilgrim killing her and everything around them in ruin. He cares not.
Yeah, hey, you're gonna kill the whole world? And he's just like, no, I'm not. We've gotten all the way here because of you following my visions, and now you're just like, yeah, but I don't like this one.
Right. The hubris of man.
We also now cut over to Tilda just popping fools with a crossbow.
Yes.
It was great.
With Gaius and Minerva, they start to plant bombs when MK jumps in to talk shit and get hit. We have our big fight scene in the main hall. Where are the spears at? I can understand the heroes not spear fighting, but you've got like an army running in. Mm-hmm. This is the situation where you want a couple dudes with spears. You don't want everyone with spears, but you want a couple dudes with spears here.
I mean, it's inside.
Exactly. Yeah, you want a couple dudes with spears for this big open room and staircases, but that's about all you'd want a spear for.
I know, but yeah, once you're not in the main museum room, like a spear is going to definitely be an encumbrance.
Yeah, but it's so easy to hold a staircase with a spear. It's embarrassingly easy to hold a staircase with a spear.
It can be, if you know what you're doing.
A staircase with a spear, if you know what you're doing. Yeah. We see Bajie suppress the gift here.
Yeah, Bajie's magic now. Xhafer?
Yes.
What happened to her?
What the hell happened?
Can't explain.
But I got the van.
Bajie was always magic.
I think it's better if you just don't elucidate on that. What happened here? What? Bajie was always magic. You didn't know?
Bajie had the gift.
Yeah.
And he suppresses the gift. Bajie was just always magic, just the whole time. It
What,
just never came up.
You never asked.
I actually think this has been present for a while, because there's a minute in the scene where we have Sunny and Bajie a couple episodes ago,
Where they're in the monastery?
well, when they're in the when they had just like left Canaan,
Oh, okay.
and he's talking about like activating his gift, and Bajie's kind of like, well, I can help. I think that was much more like not a I can help kill the dude, but a I can help suppress your gift. And
Like,
we
I
just
literally can
didn't
do
know.
this.
Yeah, I literally can do this. Also, I was so confused as to why Bajie was going,
Yeah.
except you've got Nick Frost.
I just loved him running around with his little nunchucks. Just, it was very funny.
I have to get close enough to press my thumb to your neck,
Yeah.
and then throw you over to Sunny so that he can axe you.
I do. When he first did it in this fight, I was just like, "Wait, is Bajie magic now?" And then later we get like a better shot of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Bajie is magic now.
Yes. I do think that Bajie is quite literally from Azra, too. Because there's the bit at the end where it's all like, oh, the last children of Azra, and the man who brought us together, but, like, he's still there, too. Like, I don't know. The Pilgrim could have been referring to Bajie more than one time in those statements.
Yeah.
Without context, it's hard to say. The Pilgrim, or is it, no, Bajie headbutts a dude so hard his head kind of explodes in this fight, too.
Oh.
I don't know if you caught that.
I saw the Pilgrim punch a guy so hard he spits up blood.
Yeah, the Pilgrim punches people so hard that they vom blood, but Bajie headbutts a dude and all of this blood comes rushing out of his mouth, and I'm just like, damn. That's like liquefied brain shit. Like, that's not pretty.
No. We cut over to Cressida just packing her shit. Just like, nope, throw it in the bag. I'm out of here.
We get lots of cool looking sword fights. We see MK versus Tilda. Minerva and Gaius start to come to a draw. Cressida is packing up some spell kit stuff and the sacred skulls. And a Dark Gif initiate is just like, oh, I'll escort you out, sure.
Yeah, you're Cressida, of course.
Yeah. MK can't bring himself to kill Tilda.
Yes.
Given your comment earlier, do you assume that there was a romantic relationship between these two that we completely missed? One-sided. Ooh.
I don't believe... so I wasn't necessarily implying that Tilda was bi. I was just trying not to box her in.
Yeah, the correct thing to do.
I got the feeling that MK would have no problem killing Gaius or the Widow, but has, if not romantic, at least strong friendship feelings for Tilda that wouldn't let him kill her.
Yeah.
Which also is bringing more to when people are activating the gift, they don't just go crazy. It's more controlled.
Moon finds Cressida, who says that this war is no longer her war, and Moon does not give a single fuck.
Yeah.
Little stupid ass, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do.
She's like, we don't have any beefs anymore. I'm not fighting here anymore. You killed my girlfriend. But I'm leaving. It's like, you killed my girlfriend. I'm unarmed. There's no honor in that. You killed my girlfriend.
Right?
Like, duh. Silver Moon gets tackled quickly from behind, and while he quickly dispatches the guy who attacks him, we do get this wonderful shot of just Cressida zooping away on a boat, just like, fuck off!
See you in season 4, bitch! It comes down to Sunny, Kanan, and Bajie versus the Pilgrim in the Fortress Halls. The last children of Azra and the one who brought them together. So, Ben, I propose what happened here. The implication here is that Bajie brought not just Sunny and Kanan, but also the Pilgrim.
I didn't get that.
He refers to the group collectively. We are the last children of Azra. He includes himself in this statement.
Yeah.
So, with the following statement, that implies that Bajie brought the Pilgrim either to the Badlands or saved him from Azra or something. So, what happened her?
What the hell happened?
But I got the van.
This brings in a giant conundrum with accents that I don't think this show gave a crap about.
Sure didn't. I was able to read some production stuff now, too, since we're done with the show. And seasons 2 and 3 were filmed in Ireland.
Yes.
Season 1, Louisiana.
Yes. I think Azra was the shining beacon of life in the post-apocalypse. But it was also very class stratified, and it was not a place with a lot of opportunities. So, hey, you were safe, but you didn't have a lot of personal freedom.
Yeah.
Bajie doesn't like that.
No, he
Bajie don't
wouldn't.
play those games. We learn in this episode, Bajie used to be a pirate, even though he hates boats.
Yep.
So, Bajie, complicated relationship with boats and people who own them.
Although you could tell me that Bajie was just a raider and called himself a pirate because he liked the word better.
It's possible, but he also had a ex-wife who owned a boat.
Yes.
But I believe that Bajie hated the constraints of Azra so much that he became a pirate even with his hatred and fear of the sea.
Okay.
And that meant when the Black Lotus did attack and everything went belly up, he was one of the few people who had some sort of plan, had some sort of idea of, well, what do I do outside of the city? I would never leave the city. It's Azra. Why would we go outside? How would I escape the city? I've never thought to leave. And Bajie's just like, I got a boat. I've got my, place where I'm tied up. Here, a couple of survivors. Come with me. Throw them into the boat. And get out of there.
Get out. All right. We get some really cool fight scene stuff here until Tilda jumps in front of Minerva, saving her but sacrificing herself.
Yes.
Tilda becomes Minerva's Krillin, her death making her go Super Saiyan, and she gets the Force.
Yeah. She is able to just pick MK up and throw him around.
Yeah.
So, Xhafer?
Yeah, Ben?
Let's get weird with it.
Let's get weird.
Besides this being a power that has existed and everyone we see is just an idiot. Or not an idiot, but untrained. We see the Master throw the broom, which then throws MK. Same powers. This has always been a thing. We just didn't see it. And the people that we know that are dark gifted that we see regularly aren't trained in force, push, and pull.
Okay.
Is my actual answer. But my weird with it answer, which is what I should have said initially because that's the prompt, is it's actually the Force.
Ooh.
This is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Surprise, motherfucker.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
See, Xhafer, I think
Yes, Ben.
what the gift does is it doesn't just turn you into a kung fu badass.
Ooh.
The gift accentuates and makes you the best at whatever you're trying to do.
Okay.
So, for most of our people who are just violent psychopaths in a post-apocalypse, who where fighting is all you're doing, that is all you would conceive of doing with it.
Yeah, you just... And, it only activates when you cut yourself because you're fighting.
Yeah.
So,
But Minerva, she's educated.
yeah.
She's learned the classics. And by that I mean she has a novelization of several Star Wars films. And so when her power activated, she had other ideas of what she could do with it.
Okay.
And so she actually, similar vein, she drew not on the Force, but on the concept of the Force, as written by many Star Wars Legends authors.
All right. Gaius actually checks on Tilda while Minerva plants bombs.
Yes.
So
Minerva...
Minerva kills MK.
Yes.
We find that Tilda has a pulse but needs a doctor. She is not going to survive long. The fight at the fort is down to Sonny and the Pilgrim for the moment. Sonny gets run through on his own sword.
Yes.
Kanan uses the distraction to turn on the Pilgrim's suspension kink.
Gross. She hooks him on some meat hooks.
Don't yuck someone's yums.
If you have a suspension kink, probably you want me yucking your yums because it's part of it.
Not sure if agreeing or your yucking embarrassment kink, Ben. My kink streams are getting crossed. I don't know anymore.
So your kink hose is getting kinked?
Ding.
Yeah.
Bajie is holding the Pilgrim suspended in air while Sonny unstabs himself. Bad idea.
Yeah.
And kills the Pilgrim, dying...
By jumping off of Bajie.
By jumping off of Bajie. He dies in the process. His eyes do a glow thing we have absolutely no context for.
I don't get it.
What exactly don't you get?
It turns from a building into a robot, right?
Precisely.
Well, what's fun about that?
Yes. So Sonny's eyes do a glow thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he dies in the center of the Natural History Museum.
Yep.
As
built into a castle.
As that would be how my son would want to go out.
Yeah.
Just die surrounded by dinos. What more could you possibly want?
Over at the Death Star control room, Minerva plants the bombs and gives MK his compass back. They blow it up. I guess no face turn for MK.
No.
Kanan hosts a funeral for Sonny with Bajie. He says he's going to raise Henry. Guess he didn't get the memo about Mom Nerva.
Yeah.
Sonny is caught between life and death.
Yes.
And is going to train with the Master while his body is restoring life to itself.
Was that the Master?
That was the Master.
Okay. I didn't recognize them. We saw them in one episode 4 episodes ago.
Subtitles. They said the first thing they said was off screen. You always get a character name.
Okay.
We get a big season 4 setup here.
Yeah. So during his death, Sonny's powers turned on, and it is healing him. Really hope it is not a funeral pyre funeral.
Yeah. I do think he dies. I think the language that's used is he has died and it will be coming back. And I think that's important specifically because of when he does fall to the ground, he is holding his hands out like a certain Messiah figure.
They say his body is healing itself.
Yeah, his body is restoring life to itself.
I do think he was dead.
Yeah. He was dead. And to be perfectly honest, without season 4, he dead.
Well, no, because they set up that he's coming back.
So, Okay, well,
You don't meet a space ghost or a spirit ghost who says, you're coming back because there's more evils to fight. And then they go, oh, wait, no, oops, sorry. You're checking out.
and those more evils are guns.
Yes. The one really, like, most petulant, what is the name for him?
Acolyte, initiate.
Acolyte guy, who made MK seem well thought and put together. He found a gun. That's not great.
Yeah. And that's the show.
Yep. So our big bad is dead. MK is dead.
Yeah.
Sunny is dead.
Tilda's probably dead.
I'm sure she'll get better.
They seem like they're pretty far away from help. I'm sure it's the kind of thing that they leave as a plot point for mid-season 4.
Oh, I was thinking it would be, hey, we were putting this in here in case you decide not to come back.
Yeah.
But you'll probably be 6-month jump. You're fine for the premiere of the next season.
They do love their 6-month jump in this show.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, with all of that said, why don't we review our predictions real quick, since there's no point in making any more.
Lincoln, what are you doing up there?
Guessing? I guess no one's coming.
I have seen into the future.
You ruined the prophecy.
All right.
And then next week, we will go through a synopsis and see how correct or incorrect we were.
All right. So for season 1, episode 1, I had daytime. Ryder tries to overthrow his dad. Evening. Azra is real, but it's shitty. That seems like it might be true now. They kind of destroyed it. And primetime. Lydia kills Quinn and frames Sunny.
I've got Nick Frost shows up.
Cheater.
Sunny will betray the Baron Quinn and leave the Red Armadillo camp. Azra isn't all it's cracked up to be / is just as bad as the Badlands, if not worse.
Okay. For season 2, episode 1, I have daytime. A Sunny escapes, in parentheses, from the mine. Evening. Bajie helps him with the escape. And primetime. Quinn wants to use the Sunny Veil baby to get back to being Baron.
Yep. My daytime, Bajie and Sunny reconcile / this is their plan all along / this ending doesn't matter, where they feel like they're betrayed at the end there.
Yes.
One has betrayed the other. My evening is MK's master has the same dark gift as the rest of it and can just use it without going mindless. And my prime time is MK rescues Sunny once he gets his shit under control. That might have happened, but it sure didn't while we were watching.
No. We then go to season 2, episode 5, where I've got daytime. Nos and crew chase Sunny. It does not go well for them. I still think that happened. We'll find out. Evening. Ava chases MK, but decides to join him. You remember Ava? You remember when she was a character?
Barely.
And primetime, Quinn leaves Lydia alive. Waldo finds her after Quinn leaves the bunker, and they team up.
My daytime, Nos shows up again and gets got. My evening, we won't see Amelia again, which is specifically in the episodes we watch.
I don't think that mattered. I
don't think it mattered, but I will make the distinction now as I made when I claimed it. In primetime, they make it back into the Badlands before the start of season 3.
All right. Then we get season 3, episode 1.
The start of season 3.
We lucked out hitting all of our season premieres. That was cool.
Yeah.
I got daytime. The Pilgrim is the big bad. Hey.
Yep.
Evening. The finale is them defending Azra. Azra is wherever we are, Xhafer.
Bullshit, Ben.
Azra is in your heart.
keep going. You've got more predictions to list that actually matter.
And primetime, Bajie ends up as Tilda's regent as she rules the Badlands at the end.
Daytime, Quinn, not dead. Not looking good.
No.
And that's season 3, episode 1.
Yeah.
So if we find out he dies well before that, then we know. Evening, MK learns the real gift is the friendship we make along the way.
No.
Well, I mean, it's not the friendship we were expecting.
No, it's the rebar.
It's the rebar. Primetime Henry will be in a kung fu fight.
Nope.
We didn't see one. That's for sure.
Then we get jumped to season 3, episode 7, where I had daytime. The boat sinks. We never see Lily again. I'm guessing they sank that boat. So my evening prediction: Sunny's sister becomes Queen of Azra, which can be true, Xhafer, if Azra is in your heart.
Ben, we've been over this.
Azra is wherever two people believe. And primetime, the widow sacrifices herself in the finale.
Daytime, Sunny's sister shows up.
Yep.
Evening, the pilgrim was exiled from Azra. Possibly? We'll see when we read
the recap.
The recap. And then primetime, Tilda dies in the finale.
Next we have season 3, episode 14, Curse of the Red Rain.
My daytime prediction is Moon dies. My evening is MK face turn, which means he becomes a good guy again if you're not familiar with pro wrestling terminology. And my primetime, Sunny dies.
Yep. I had daytime, Silver Moon kills Cressida. Evening, the widow gets her gift back and uses it to heal a dying Tilda at the cost of her own life. Should have stopped about halfway through that sentence.
You were so close. When Tilda jumped in front of that and Minerva got the gift, I'm all like, oh, Ben fucking called it.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you in a way that wouldn't make me lose our game, but would still let you be correct.
If they hadn't, if she had not still been pregnant, maybe they would have done that, but, okay, we're not going to have the pregnant lady die to save somebody.
Yeah.
And then primetime, Kanan shows up out of nowhere to save Sunny and ends up raising Henry.
Okay. Well, she does survive, but
yeah.
She's, fourth on the emergency contact list.
Which is weird, because she's the aunt.
Yeah, but, I mean, she's also a blood relation that he's known for, a minute.
I mean, yeah. But
Minerva and
Bajie.
Minerva and Gaius make the most sense because they're a couple
they are very well off.
Yeah, in a financial position and also willing parents. So those are really the boxes you want checked.
Yeah.
I would say more so than a blood connection. But maybe that's just my bitterness about not being Henry's godfather coming out, Ben.
Yeah, I'm not putting you in charge of my son's spiritual well-being.
Fair enough. That's a bad call. With that said, we will be back next week with our synopsis and scoring session.
Yes.
For Into the Badlands.
So we'll read what happened, we'll see how we did, and then Xhafer will get to pick the next show because he cheats.
Just throwing it out there now. It's 1 point, Ben. I'll tell you what, if I win by 1 point, we'll go to a coin flip.
You also said
we will go to the old ways and do a coin flip.
The coin.
The coin.
Azra.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, Internet. But before we get there, we got to make sure that we say thank you to Wright.
Yeah.
God damn, Goon Squad is a good song, and you let us use it as our theme music, and I still feel great every time I get to throw that into a fucking edit. I love this song. You're also an excellent band. Find more of their music wherever you listen to streaming.
I listen to it a lot on Spotify, and they're a fun YouTube follow because they put out videos constantly.
Yeah, they just dropped a music video for Brendan, right?
Yes.
Which a couple episodes ago you said was the song.
Yeah, they also do, YouTube shorts every couple of days.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Also, thank you to Annette Lucina for your photograph of a TV that you licensed under Creative Commons, so we were able to use it for our podcast art.
All right.
And we will see you next time on Last Time On.
All the cool stuff that I show you.